Today I'm going to be reading Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Once upon a time there were 3 bears who lived together in a forest. There was Baby Bear, there was Mummy Bear, and there was Daddy Bear. And they loved each other very much. They lived in a beautiful home nestled in between the tall, towering trees. They each had a bowl for their porridge, a little bowl for Baby Bear, a middle-sized bowl for Mummy Bear, and a big bowl for Daddy Bear. They each had a chair to sit in, a little chair for Baby Bear, a middle-sized chair for Mummy Bear, and a great big chair for Daddy Bear. And they each had a bed to sleep in, a little bed for Baby Bear, a middle-sized bed for Mummy Bear, and a big bed for Daddy Bear. One day, after making their porridge, the bears ventured out for a walk in the woods while their porridge cooled down. And while they were away, a little girl called Goldilocks passed by. Intrigued by the beautiful little house, she looked in the window and then peeped in the keyhole. And seeing that nobody was in the house, she pushed open the door. The door creaked open and Goldilocks went in. She was very pleased when she saw some porridge on the table. She saw the big bowl of porridge and she tasted it, but the porridge was too hot for her. Next, she tried the medium-sized porridge, but this was too cold for her. And finally, she went on to the porridge of the little bear, and she tasted it, and it was just right, and just how she liked it. So she ate every last bit. Next, Goldilocks, who was feeling a little tired, decided to rest and sit down. First, she sat in the chair of the Daddy Bear, but this was too hard. Then she sat down in the chair of the Mummy Bear, but this was too soft. And finally, she sat down in the chair of the Baby Bear. This was neither too hard or too soft, but just right. But as she sat in it, the bottom of the chair came out, and the chair collapsed on the floor. Now, feeling rather determined to rest, Goldilocks went to find the bedroom. First, she lay down on the bed of the Daddy Bear, but this was too hard. Next, she lay down on the bed of the Mummy Bear, but this was too soft. Finally, she lay down on the bed of the Baby Bear. This was neither too hard or too soft, but just right. She curled up in the cozy bed, and there she fell asleep. By this time, the 3 bears had decided to come home to finish off their porridge. "Somebody has eaten my porridge," said Daddy Bear. "Somebody has eaten my porridge," said Mummy Bear. "Somebody has eaten my porridge, and they've eaten it all up," said Baby Bear. Upon this, the 3 bears, seeing that someone had entered their house and eaten all of the Baby Bear's porridge, they began to look around. "Somebody has been sitting in my chair," said Daddy Bear. "Somebody has been sitting in my chair," said Mummy Bear. "Somebody's been sitting in my chair," said Baby Bear, "and they've broken it." Finally, the 3 bears went up to the bedroom. "Somebody's been sleeping in my bed," said Daddy Bear. "Somebody's been sleeping in my bed," said Mummy Bear. "And somebody's been sleeping in my bed," said Baby Bear. "And they're still there." Goldilocks opened one eye and saw the 3 bears looming over her. As quick as a flash, Goldilocks leapt out of bed and ran down the stairs. She ran as fast as she could all the way home. When she was safely in her house, she breathed a deep sigh of relief. "I will never go into somebody else's house ever again," she thought. And that is the end of Goldilocks and the 3 bears. I hope you enjoyed it.